Even by the 90s, Mario Jumpman Mario has already had a seasoned career across a genre of games. He's been a plumber, carpenter, doctor, teacher, etc., etc. Despite that, he'd never had the chance to star in an RPG. That is, until 1996's Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars, lovingly recaptured in the Nintendo Switch remake. Developed by none other than Square, half of what we know today as Square Enix before their company merger, they've already had Final Fantasy 1 through 6, Chrono Trigger, among many other RPGs under their belt. So to them, this is business as usual. The challenge comes from Mario himself. How do you take the simple ideas Mario is known for and expand them to fit the breathtaking worlds and deep complex stories the genre is expected to have? The answer? You don't really have to. Super Mario RPG finds a way to combine the familiarity of both Mario and turn-based RPGs and make them easy to understand for a wider audience. You're thrown right into the familiar. Bowser has kidnapped Princess Peach, so you pay him a visit to save the day. A couple of guards stand in the way, teaching you that this time you won't just be stomping on heads this adventure. Instead, you'll be engaging in turn-based combat. Mario's a man of the people, but now a man of the numbers. After serving Bowser another whooping, things seem in the clear, until a giant sword comes falling from the sky into Bowser's keep, sending Mario flying. Turns out the giant sword is a giant talking sword. Bowser's keep has been taken over by the Smithy Gang, and the bridge leading up to it has now been destroyed. So Mario's off to save Peach and stop whatever evil plans the Smithy Gang has. This time Mario's not alone. He's run into some new and familiar faces. Mallow, raised by frogs, soon finds out he is indeed not a frog, then joins Mario in search of his real parents. Geno, a soul from Star Road, currently taking up residence in a child's doll, also helps our plumber hero out. He's the one to provide context on the stars Mario's been collecting. Stars are part of Star Road, a place that has the power to grant wishes, but a familiar talking sword has destroyed Star Road, resulting in future dreams unable to come true. Bowser and Princess Peach found themselves booted out of Bowser's Keep as well. Bowser reluctantly joins to get his keep back, and Peach joins with a more virtuous motivation in mind. Each party member brings new information. It went from trying to figure out what's going on and save Peach, to gather the 7 stars, repair Star Road, and stop the Smithy Gang's evil plans. There's a lot of novelty to this game. The idea that the Mushroom Kingdom isn't just a set of platforming blocks anymore. That there's actual towns and townsfolk living here. That not all Koopas or Goombas exist just to be Bowser's minions. It's not just the world you get to appreciate a new side of either, it's the characters as well. These familiar characters have dialogue. Except for Mario, of course, who's stuck doing charades. The world around Mario reacts to him to make up for it. He's treated as the hero and celebrity that I see him as. Children play with Mario dolls, kings will fanboy asking for an autograph, and townsfolk will freak out given the chance to see Mario's trademark jump. Mario games open themselves up to so much more creativity when Bowser isn't the major villain, even more so when he's an ally. It's hilarious seeing Bowser embarrassed about being kicked out of his own keep and not wanting Mario to find out, or how he doesn't want to team up with Mario, so he justifies it by letting them join him as his minions. Peach shows her character alone by leaving the castle and playing an active role in the story. She shows her determination by having to sneak out of her own castle to even join Mario on this dangerous adventure. And that's just the returning characters. Mallow is a lovable character, growing up among the frogs, accepting that he is one despite knowing he doesn't look like one. When he cries, raindrops fall from the sky, so he's always pep-talking himself not to cry. Geno is obviously now a fan favorite, a mysterious being in charge of and giving more of a background to the previously unexplained power of the stars. Even the supporting characters you meet along the way are lovable. The same can't really be said about the Smithy Gang. They don't amount to much. It's honestly a monkey's paw. You make Bowser into a fun character, then introduce a barely present villain. But it really doesn't matter all that much, since we're going for a light story. Evil guys are just gonna be evil. Sometimes you just gotta respect the hustle. The pacing is perfect on the search for the 7 stars. They do this by making each area short. You're never gonna be in any one area for more than 30 minutes. By the time you might be tired of a particular area, you've already moved on to the next or to a town. so you're always on the move and always exploring new locations. Areas are small, and your main destination is marked with a flag on the overworld, so it's hard to get lost. There's a bunch of minigames both in areas and ones that carry you between areas to help alleviate the repetition of turn-based combat somebody new to the genre might feel. Distinct towns are another important aspect of RPGs, providing rest and regrouping between enemy-filled areas. Everything is kept simple. You can recover HP and FP at inns. Each character has their own set of weapons and armor to purchase. With a fantastic difficulty curve, your journey is a smooth experience. As mentioned before, combat is turn-based. Commands are clearly displayed on your turn. There's basic actions, specials, items, and other. By separating categories of actions into different buttons, it keeps the number of inputs low. Each character has their own specials that are straightforward and give each character their own unique roles in battle. Those specials often come with an element enemies may have a weakness to. There's no long complicated list of specials to remember. Each character has a max of 6 to learn by endgame. Mario deals high damage with his jumps and fireballs. Mallow heals and casts powerful spells. Geno deals high magic damage. Bowser deals damage to all enemies while inflicting status effects. And Peach has lots of healing specials that heal and revive party members. Attacks, specials, and blocking have additional inputs that will raise the newly added action gauge. I love turn-based combat with simple active inputs. Just by pressing one additional button, the timing marked with an exclamation mark above the party's head, you can change the momentum of battle in major ways. Good timing deals extra damage with your attacks. Perfect timing deals damage to all enemies. Benefits come from blocking as well, to the point where you can outright negate all damage with perfect timing. With enough reflexes and practice, you can beat any boss just by mastering this one simple trick. Each weapon has its own timing and multiple characters go through multiple weapon types. Throw in some varied enemies with their own attack timings, and you've got the complete package. I love seeing this kind of mechanic make it into the first Mario RPG. Whether directly or indirectly, it feels like the blueprint used and expanded on in the Mario & Luigi and Paper Mario series to come. You don't need to convince me that RPGs aren't accessible. I only need to look at the runtime of some of my favorite games to see that... oh my. It's impressive alone that Super Mario RPG takes around 10 hours to complete. That alone makes it accessible. There's no random encounters, there's fast travel, a generous autosave function thanks to the Switch remake, and a new breezy mode difficulty setting. Mario RPGs have always been accessible. Mario and Pokemon alone are responsible for introducing me to my now favorite genre. It's nice to know that even after my first Mario RPG, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, there was a game on the Super Nintendo responsible for achieving that same goal, just doing it years prior. Now, as of 2023, that same game is back and better than ever. Somehow a miracle was performed, and Super Mario RPG was remade, somehow perfectly recapturing the original art style. The remake looks so good that at a glance, it still looks like the 2D art it was sourced from, just in HD. What's that? No HD 2D games, I was not talking about you. Go on, leave. Totally talking about us. The amount of detail and color brimming from this world is amazing. Castles are squeaky clean with their reflective floors. Forests are covered in mist with mushrooms piercing the fog with their glow. Even darker locations like Bowser's Keep or Star Hill are lined with deep colors and furnishings that keep them from feeling drab. Truly an example of good art direction over just pure processing power. Even more impressive is the translation of each character into 3D. Nintendo has always kept Mario's design close to their chest, always afraid to change even the smallest detail. Instead of changing the original game's Mini Mario into something more in line with modern Mario, they rightfully retained the proportions in a way that breathes new life into the original, giving it a toy box aesthetic when brought to 3D. This is indeed a rare Mario. He will be loved and respected with the other rare Marios for all time. In addition to the visual upgrade, there are a few mechanical changes as well as new post-game content. You can swap out party members mid-combat. Even if a party member is knocked out or asleep, you'll get a chance to swap them out without costing a turn. The active time mechanic was a feature in the original, but the timing wasn't shown. In the remake, the exclamation mark is shown, but will disappear as you build a combo. It teaches you the timing, but still requires you to memorize them after. Once the action gauge is filled, you can unleash a powerful triple attack that changes depending who's in your active party. The biggest addition is the new post-game quest. By making this new post-game content, they can keep the main adventure as is, accessible and approachable. It was an already perfectly tuned experience, so why change it? The post-game provides a challenge to those who are looking for it. What you find is a no-fluff set of challenges against remixed, more dangerous boss battles. The hardest in the game, in fact. All of this is to say, that's all there is to it. There's no grand 4-disc epic, and it doesn't need to be. This is a short, enjoyable, breezy Mario adventure. At a time where there was still novelty seeing the Mushroom Kingdom and its characters realized and expressed in more detail than we would have been used to. Not by Nintendo, but by Square. Wrapped up in a neat package as an RPG that can be enjoyed by anyone. Something that at the time wasn't always the case considering RPGs of the past. With many Mario RPGs to come, none quite did it like the first. Thanks for watching the full video. If you want to support the channel, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the video with others. You can find me at Ryan Beardy on social media, as well as Discord with links in the description below.